called
Glory to God.
the saints of God.
Hallelujah.
In the air. The Bible said, so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Yes.
That'll comfort your heart tonight if you'll take it to your heart.
Yes, it will. Amen.
See, the Scripture can only help you
That's right.
if you believe it.
That's right.
Somebody asked me, said, what makes you believe the Bible's real? I mean, just any kind of book. I mean, well, what's so special? What makes you believe that the Bible is real? Because the Bible speaks to me. Not audibly like I'm talking to you. But as I read the Scripture, the Word of God, the Bible speaks to my heart. And encourages my heart.
Amen.
And blesses my heart.
Amen.
John chapter 1 and verse 1, Jesus said, in the beginning was the Word.
Yes.
The Word was with God, and the Word was God. Then in verse 14 it said, the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Now that was the Word. The Word is Christ.
Yes.
Dwelt among us.
Yes.
The Word was made flesh.
Yes.
And we beheld His glory,
Yes.
as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace, full of truth. So I believe the Bible tonight over anything. As a matter of fact, I believe the Bible tonight over anything I can see with my natural eyes.
Yes.
See, my eyes can deceive me.
Yes.
My ears can deceive me.
Yep.
But when the Lord took up His abode upon my heart, He changed my heart. He took that old stony heart out, that hard stony heart, gave me a heart of flesh.
Yes.
A heart wherewith I could trust Him. I was looking at something yesterday, but I've been noticing a whole lot here lately. Out along the highway, these fields, I notice a lot of these farm tractors and equipment. And I realize when I go out these back roads and I realize this is farming country. Maybe not quite as big as it was at one time, but there's still quite a bit of farming country in this area. In Matthew chapter number 9, that's where I want you to go tonight. Matthew chapter number 9, and I'll go down to verse 36. I want to read the last couple verses or so. Matthew chapter 9. But we find prior to this story here that we look at tonight, Jesus is doing what He come to earth to do. He's touching bodies that are crippled. He's working miracles, great wonders. The last thing that we notice here, prior to what we'll look at tonight, was a dumb man that was brought to Jesus. And he couldn't speak there. And we see how Jesus touched him and blessed him and healed him. And then in verse 36, and I appreciate the Lord's compassion. Look at verse number 36 here. He said, but when He saw the multitude, He was moved with compassion on them. I said, what caused the Lord to come by your way? He was moved with compassion. Compassion caused His grace to be enacted upon my life. And if you're saved tonight, you're saved because of God's loving compassion. Caused His grace to become real to you. Amen. But He looked upon them here with compassion because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Then said He unto His disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that He will send laborers, forth laborers, into His harvest. I was thinking growing up, I lived in areas where sometimes folks would complain about how they didn't have much. And even after I go into my teenage years, or maybe even my early adult life, you hear folks complain about they didn't have much. It was as if somehow society had closed their hands upon them, wouldn't allow them to have anything. And but I noticed in a lot of these folks that complained, they had land, they had fields that were fertile, they had hillsides that were fertile, was once used to raise crops. But quite frankly, they just somehow felt that the government or people owed them something. So therefore, they'd sit around and complain about being hungry when they had access to the very things that they needed to put food on the table. And even in the church world today, in some ways, we're a whole lot like those folks. We've got access, we've got the fields. What do you say? They're quiet already to harvest. The laborers are few. You say, America's, not a lot of folks want to work today. I know here a while back they issued unemployment to a lot of these folks who lost their jobs, and then they issued on top of that a certain amount there. And now they're trying to get it to turn over again to keep going. And what it's doing, I'm afraid, and others, is that it's going to give them that incentive. Well, if I go to work, I can make more on my unemployment than I can if I go to work. Well, that's kind of the mindset of folks today in America. And sometimes as Christians, we have to be careful that we don't take up on that mindset when it comes to the spiritual work that God has given you and I to do.
That's right.
And I want to think about it. When I said I've been, and I've thought about this and prayed on this, but I've noticed that a lot of the farms and the tractors and all the things, and I watched some the other day going through the field, and I thought, really, that's a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
To see folks and see men take something that God has allowed them to have, and to be able to put back into the earth and have God reward it and bring things back out of the earth. And for you and I today, as a family of God, a church, I believe there's a harvest out there for you and I. I believe there's a need out there for you and I. There's a lost generation out there tonight that's lost and not going to read the hell. There's a harvest, and we must go after that harvest. I'll use the thought tonight, if I can, just simply bringing in the harvest. If I can, I want to talk about that, bringing in the harvest. Now, before any harvest ever comes, there first has to be seed planted in the ground. There first has to be seed that is placed into the earth, and that seed germinates there, that seed, it dies there, and that seed is brought to life once again, and plants begin to grow there.
Yeah.
I've said I ride along sometimes and I'll see these cornfields, and it seems like they just want to go on for miles and miles as you travel down the highway there. But I'm not so much interested tonight in corn as I am souls tonight. Yeah. And let me just say tonight, first of all, the seeds must be sown. Now, there's some things about this that I want you to understand. Before the harvest ever comes, you can't sow until the ground is prepared. Amen? Right. You can't sow a seed until the ground has been prepared. I remember when I was a boy growing up, Dad, he didn't have these John Deere's, all this big equipment there, but every once in a while he'd get a hold of a good old mule or a good old horse there that somebody had the plow leading on there and hook up that carbon plow behind of it. And they go through and they plow up the field there. And as they plow that field up, and even today with the tractors and things, they'll plow the field up. And sometimes that dirt is kind of clogged, and thick there. And they'll have to go back in and they'll break that up. Listen, before there's ever a harvest today brought into the family of God, the field's going to have to be broken up. Amen? The clock is going to have to be broken up there. I thought about this, and I looked at the thought. There's labor tonight, Paul, in preparing the field for planting there. Amen? There's labor in a church today when we're trying to prepare ground so that a seed can be planted and so that life can exist once again in those that are dead. Amen? Hear me tonight. I'm trying to talk Yes, they are, sir. There's a harvest out there tonight to be brought in. But you'll not bring it in. You can't plant it. You can't sow until the ground is broken up. Somebody said, well, how do we do that? I'm trying to do it tonight through some preaching. Trying to do it tonight through some preaching. That God would encourage us to search our own lives. And God would encourage us to look out upon the field and realize of the souls out there. Realize that hell is an awful place. And realize tonight that men and women, boys and girls, sometimes maybe even some of our children or some of our grandchildren, some of our neighbors, our friends may be on that road going to hell. We need to pray, God, help us, God, hire our fields up, open our fields up, God, so that the seed of the Word can be planted in that heart of that sinner and that be saved by your amazing grace.
Amen.
You can't sow until the ground's prepared. And then another thing, you can't sow while the wind's blowing. There's got to be peace.
That's right.
There's got to be peace.
Yep.
Oh, if there ever was a time in America for peace, we need it tonight.
Amen.
If there ever was a time that we need the wind to cease blowing tonight, the winds of division, the winds of conflict, the winds of confusion.
Yes.
I mean, the preacher preaches his heart out, and folks sit back and look like it's a fairy tale. Hey, we encourage folks to get out on visitation. And what the preacher, if I only had the time, bless God, there's souls lost tonight. It's a duty and a need tonight that we make time, that we take the Word of God and share it with that individual. We'll never bring a harvest in. Bless the Lord tonight until while the wind is blowing. We need peace. Jesus said, peace, my peace I give unto thee. We need the peace of God. I appreciate a church tonight that's in peace. Amen. Oh, I appreciate the church tonight that has peace in the church. And listen, I'll tell you, I've seen places where they've literally come almost to fist fights in the church. I've been in some places where I didn't know if I was going to get out without having to wrestle my way out of the church. I mean, I'm talking about places where the winds are blowing, where confusion's in, where there's division in, there's no peace there. In order to have a harvest, and before they ever bring a harvest in, the ground has to be torn up, the ground has to be packed, and you can't sow seed in the wind. I remember something one time years ago. I needed some grass to grow in a certain part of the yard. I got me a bag of seed. I mean, I was dumb, mud, I didn't know anything. And I thought, you just throw it. But seed, if it hits on hard surface, it will grow. Again, the ground has to be broken up. And you can't store it when the wind blows. I'd go out there and I'd toss that seed over there and he'd end up over there. That's what happens sometimes in preaching. We'll toss that seed out, and confusion, division, envy, hatefulness. That wind's a stirring it there. And it'll take that seed that's meant for the heart of that sinner, that seed that's directed toward the heart of that sinner, and it'll blow it on down the road, bringing in a harvest. We'll have to sow some seed. And you can't sow until the ground's prepared. You can't sow while the wind is blowing. There's got to be unity. There's got to be peace.
Right.
Like the sister there. You got to be on the same page. I appreciate her asking Brother Mike and Brother Brian saying that something, because I was going to ask them. We're on the same page.
Yes.
Worshiping the same God.
Listen.
Looking toward the same heaven.
Yeah.
Reaching out to the same individuals that's lost tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to bring the harvest in, folks, but we're going to have to do it God's way.
Yeah.
You can't sow till the ground's prepared while the wind's blowing. And you can't sow that seed while the seed remains in the barn. You got to get it out of the barn. I said, over years, I've seen folks let good seed and things go to waste.
Yeah.
Because they simply don't want to take time to get out and do it.
That's right.
Listen, folks, aren't you thankful that the Lord could have, what if he had sat down on the throne next to his father and said, "Dad, I appreciate it if you just wouldn't say that. I don't see you need more." We'd been in bad shape with it. But he followed in obedience, and we'll be following. I think you and I today do us good just to follow the will of God.
Amen.
Yeah, just follow the will of God. The seed will never be planted. The ground will never bring forth fruit until we get the seed out of the barn and get it out into the field there. What are you talking about, preacher? I'm talking about, yeah, go knock on doors. You realize the Lord, how many times do you find where the Lord just went to a certain place and sat down and said, now bring everybody to me? If he'd done that, that Samaritan woman might not have got saved. If he had done that, Zacchaeus, that sycamore might not have saw. If he'd done that, the man there in the tombs, he might still be out there somewhere, going around. But because Jesus, let me say this, he was a missionary. He was a missionary. What is a missionary? A missionary is one that starts here and takes a message over yonder. Or from out there, the missionary, he'll bring the message in here and deliver it to you. I've known some wonderful missionaries, Brother Eugene Absalom, the little Filipino, loves the Lord with all his heart. You can open his heart up, you'd see Jesus all over it. He loves the Lord with all his heart. He leaves the Philippines. He'll come to the States sometime, and he'll spend 3 or 4 months over here. And somebody said, yeah, but what's he doing? Come over here trying to get some. Yes, he's getting support, but he's taking it back, and he's not storing it up in his house, but he's taking it back, and he's going out into the valleys, out into the fields, out into the surrounding areas of towns and cities there, and he's preaching the word of God. He's sharing the Lord Jesus Christ. He's feeding the kids that are hungry there. Hey, what are you saying, preacher? I said, we'll never have a harvest, bless God, until we get the seed out of the barn and get it.
Amen.
Seed's got to go in the ground. I've heard folks sometimes they'll talk about how things used to be. Listen to me now, I'm preaching to you. I've been down the road here a few times. This is not my first time down the road. My first road trip, nothing. I can look back and I can see when I was a boy growing up, some of the churches, little country churches, I'm talking about little small country churches, running 150, 200 people. Little small, not near as big as this church. I mean, they're packed in there. And now if they get 100 out there doing, they think they've really got a good crowd out there. They just, what do you mean, preacher? What happened? Well, maybe that personal touch is not there anymore. Knocking on the door. Knocking on the door. Introducing themselves. I'm the song leader from the Baptist Tabernacle. I'm the preacher from the Baptist Tabernacle. I'm the Sunday school teacher from the Baptist Tabernacle. Oh, we certainly have a wonderful time up there. We have folks that love the Lord. They're not ashamed to shout. Hey, yeah, listen, all you've got to give them an opening there, and they'll raise both hands toward heaven there. Hey, listen, preacher will preach you the truth. He'll preach you the word of God. They don't sing all that garbage down there, them liberal songs there. They sing songs about the blood. They sing songs about heaven. They sing songs about Jesus, about home there. What are you saying, preacher? Listen, you'll never bring a harvest in, bless God. While the seed remains in the barn, it's time to get up, and get going with the word of God.
Amen.
I believe it still works today. I was talking, I think, Brother Kevin. I can remember when I first come this way. Thank God for listen, you ought to thank God every day for the old pastor you had, for Brother Carter. You ought to thank God for him every day. Now, Brother Carter would be the first one to say, he'd say, it wasn't me. He'd say, it was him. When it come to see the church grow, he'd listen, I believe I'm doing well enough. He wouldn't say, boy, look what I've done. Look what I've accomplished. But he'd say, look what the Lord's done for the folks here in Dallas, North Carolina. He'd say, look what the Lord has done for folks here at the Independent Baptist Tabernacle. Folks, just as sure as the crowd 5 years ago was 250, it can be 250 here today in 2020 if we'll only get the seed out of the barn and get out there and do what God has saved us and called us all to do. Thank God. Preacher, well, you're preaching awful hard, preaching like you're mad about something. No, I just simply said if there's a harvest to bring in, we're not going to get it in sitting down in the pews. Thank you for that tonight. If
Amen.
anybody will say amen, you can fill up with it. You'll not get a harvest. If you've got a field planted out there with corn, it's not going to jump off them stalks and run to your barn crib.
Amen.
You'll have to go get it. Come to the park. You'll have to go get it. Let me hurry up here. Maybe I parked a little too long there. We'll bring in a harvest, but not till the ground's prepared. Not till the winds are blowing, not while the winds are blowing, not while the seed's in the barn, but after. After the seed's in the ground, after the labor's been done, after that God has touched the field, there's going to be some water planted on those seeds. I'm not talking about taking the water holes out there. I'm not necessarily talking about those fields, those literal cornfield there. And I'm talking about the fields in your home, the fields in your community, the fields around your neighborhood. After that the Word of God's been implanted there, you've been out and you've labored, you've knocked on doors, you've handed out leaflets, you've shared the gospel, the Word of God with your neighbors. After that's all been done, the seed's been planted. This is what the writer, Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 5 says, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. Yep. This is verse 26 says, he that goeth forth and weeping, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. You know what? You know what's going to water that seed? When we stop somewhere and bow our heads and the tears begin to roll. As our heart is broken because of the unsaved in our communities. As our heart is broken because of the unsaved that occupies our pews. When our heart is broken and our eyes begin to weep and we water down the seed, the Word of God that's been implanted, God will bring forth a harvest.
Amen.
He'll bring forth a harvest. But there's some things won't have to happen. Got to get that ground ready. Got to get some peace. Get the seed out of the barn. And then water it down in prayer. 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 All through the Bible, I can show you men and women that were praying that way. That believed if you prayed and asked God, God will reward your prayer. Do you believe that tonight?
Amen.
Do you believe that tonight? We can see a harvest here at the Baptist Tabernacle. We can see a harvest here at the Baptist Tabernacle. We've seen just, let me say just in the last number of weeks, we've seen folks on these altars. I mean, folks, it's like God says, well, here, try this, taste these. Taste these. Try these. Here, taste this. Enjoy this. When he can say, hey, you can have all of this. You can have all of this. I'm one of these that believes that we can win this community to the Lord for His glory. Not ours, but for His glory. I'm not one of these today that feel, well, the day of great revivals, the day of multitudes being saved is over. No, the God I serve is bigger than that.
Amen.
The God I serve is more powerful than that. I still believe that there's a harvest out there. If we're willing to labor, get the seed out there, get the plant ground prepared, get the seed in the ground, pray, and water it with prayers of tears. I believe God will give us a harvest. Amen. Like Brother Jim, if we would, to get something on the piano there. And maybe you've got somebody on your heart tonight. I don't think messengers are given out just to fill some time slot in the service. Well, maybe there's somebody on your heart. You've been praying for them, you've been thinking about them, you've been witnessing to them, talking to them. It seems like you just haven't got much done. Well, I wonder tonight, real quickly, would you be willing to come to this altar and pray for that individual? Pray that God would bring old-time conviction. If God hadn't convicted my heart, I never would have got saved. Why are you standing with us tonight? Maybe somebody here tonight, because somebody on your heart, somebody saved tonight? Are you willing to come and bring them to the Lord? Would you do that tonight?